Now, Cosatu is calling for calm following calls for Eskom CEO Ruyter and the entire board to resign. The Black Business Council was the first to make that call. Now, Eskom has put the country on stage 4 load shedding until Friday. But what is the stance by other organizations on the matter? eNCA senior reporter Aviwe Mtila is covering that story for us and joins us now. Aviwe, good afternoon to you. I know you spoke a bit earlier to OUTA. You've also spoken to the Black Business Council. What exactly is their main concern with Ruyter and his board continuing on at Eskom?
As the Black Business Council calls for the head of the CEO, as well as the Eskom board, OUTA has come out in defense, saying hands off Ruyter and the board, saying that the issues of Eskom and the aging infrastructure have been there before they came in 2 years ago. I also got a chance to speak to trade union Cosatu, which suggests that they have a much calmer approach to the BBC, saying that, in fact, they need to go into meetings, they need a fuller report of the performance over the last 2 years before they can take a stance on the matter. Now, joining me is NUM, which has said just about an hour ago that the Eskom CEO and the board must pack their bags and go. Phillip Vilakazi is the Deputy President, and thank you for joining us at eNCA. But when the board and the CEO came in 2 years ago, you were pro and in support of them. What changed over the years?
It has to have a change, because the undertaking that they made to say the first thing that they will do is to deal with the load shedding in the country, we see that they failed dismally, irrespective of what people are saying out there. The thing is, we are practically observing a load shedding that is very much tremendous to the economy of the country, whereby their turnaround strategy that they said they will put in place to ensure that all that which cost the country to be in a blackout is sorted out. And it is not the case.
But your mother trade union, Cosatu, seems to suggest that the Ruyter promised some 5 years to resolve the load shedding crisis, and in fact has a more lax approach, saying that they still need to be presented a fuller report on what's happening. But you have a bold start. Why go against what Cosatu is saying?
Remember, when Cosatu comrades are speaking, we are a trade union that is down on the ground. We have got members who are employees there. We are members of the community ourselves. And remember, there's a difference between a person who talks from the angle where he is and from where we are. Our call, we supported them, like you said before, and now we are saying, because there is no signal that these people are definitely, the hopes that they made us to have is something that we may reap anything that is promising to the country. We are sitting at 44.4% of unemployment in the country. And this thing, if you don't know the impact of the electricity in the economy of South Africa, please do your own research. But from the informed angle that I'm sitting at now, we had a situation of Glencore, we had a situation of Samanco, where they were complaining about the tariffs of electricity. And whatever engagement that we did, part of it is this issue of saying we must definitely have the issue to say, look, you give us a very reliable electricity so that the growth of the economy can be something that is done for people to know what is to be done tomorrow. Can you, personally, can you have plans to use the current electricity?
Okay, more pointed question as well towards NUM that talks to, it's not the first time you're calling for the resignation of a CEO from Eskom. You've done it numerous times, but we still have this issue of load shedding. What's going to change now?
You see, that is why we are calling for the government to ensure that they do their due diligence and find us competent people who will have a clear KPIs as to what is it that is expected from them in terms of their duties and responsibility. The little school fees that I paid says to me, if you gave a person a mandate, you would know what is it that you introspect when you do your monitoring and evaluation. You can ask now, what is the cause of this load shedding? People will be telling you about technical problems. The question is, people who are going at work on daily basis, what is it that they do?
Okay, so you say government has appointed competent people. President yesterday saying that he doesn't know when we'll see the end of load shedding. In fact, it keeps him awake at night. Shouldn't then the fingers be pointing to the people that appoint these boards and CEOs?
Clearly, that's what I'm saying, to say even if, whether we know whether it's the minister or is the president. The only thing that we should do, let us appoint capable people who will give us deliverables immediately. There's no postponement in life. You leave, it's 2 ways.
Okay, thank you very much. Phillip Vilakazi is the Deputy President of the National Union of Mine Workers, as they've made it unashamedly that they're calling for the head of Ruyter, the CEO of Eskom, as well as the board, basically to pack their bags and go.